Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the C-Man. I want to welcome you to another edition of the C-Man's Cinema Sit-Down. So we had a mad dash to the finish line of 2019, packed in as many movies as we could, and this one was one that was on the top of my list when this came out around Christmas. Mainly because of the people involved. One, writing and directing, brother, partner, pairing, not named the Russo brothers, but rather the Safdie Brothers. Benny and Josh Safdie became huge fans of them after Good Time with Robert Pattinson. They have such a unique style and delivery of material. And when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, oh, I can't wait to see them tackle this stuff, because this looks good and looks like it exists and operates in a realm that they should thrive in. And then our lead actor, Mr. Adam Sandler, is a guy I haven't seen really do anything that good since he signed that Netflix deal. And you heard rumblings of, like, this is going to be an awards contender. And then you see the trailer, and I was just like, yeah, I need to go see this, because I think Adam Sandler is going to remind everybody that he's still a really, really good actor. And damn it, he sure as heck does. He's fantastic in this thing, and so are the Safdie brothers. Absolutely excellent movie. I can't wait to chit-chat with you about it. So why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to dive in spoiler-free into Uncut Gems. That's right, man. The Safdie brothers, as I mentioned, writing and directing here in a world that I think so suits their style, as we follow Adam Sandler's Howard Ratner, who is a Jewish jeweler. He does the big jewels. You know, he has one of the things you see right at the beginning. Kevin Garnett is in this movie. And I believe this is fictional. We're using real characters, real events that happened in the world, but I don't believe this is based on a true story or anything like that. But one of the things they show off to Garnett is like a jewel-studded Furby chain. So he's dealing in things like that, high-end clients with lots of money, but he's an unbelievably degenerate gambler. And the thing that you get to enjoy in this movie is watching this wild ride of a downward spiral, something that the Safdie brothers are very, very good at. And the thing that makes a movie like this work so well is that vision that the Safdie brothers have. Their production style and directing style is so unique, and it's so enjoyable to watch. I love the way they shoot a film. I love the way they color their films. I love the way the camera movements and the direction just amplifies the writing that they're doing. And I tell you, like, as much as I love the Russo brothers, I hope that this movie puts the Safdie brothers on the map, where, like, now everybody knows who the Safdie brothers are, because you should, because they're so good. And here, stellar, the whole film, man. And the pacing is stupendous, man. They take you on a wild roller coaster of emotions, which is exactly what a movie about a degenerate gambler should do. And you get two different situations where you get to go on the ride with Adam Sandler, and you feel a taste of what that adrenaline and feeling of, like, betting big with lots of money and having a lot at stake. I mean, some of the bets he throws down, and how he gets the money for those bets, and how every decision he has in the movie could play out horribly wrong for him if it doesn't go exactly right. You feel that, man. Like, you are on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh my gosh, are they gonna do it? I can't believe he just put that much money on that. Oh my, like, you're going through the movie like that the whole time. And I think the thing that makes the movie work the best is the fact that, like, you feel like you're on the ride with a degenerate gambler that's, like, got your money on the line, man. Like, you are, and again, one of those things where I think casting is so important. You attach yourself to Howard Ratner, who, I'm not gonna lie to you, is just not a good person. Like, he's not a good dude, not someone you should be rooting for. But when it's being tied into the potential comeback story of Adam Sandler, someone like me, I grew up loving Adam Sandler. I've hated watching Sandler just throw out these stupid movies on Netflix and have people talk trash about him, because he's really, really talented. And when that's attached to this kind of a movie, you're pulling for him the whole movie, because you're pulling for him in general. And all that stuff, everything that the Safdie brothers are working with here just works over and over and over again. And if it's not the writing and directing that is really working in this movie, it is our lead actor, Adam Sandler. He is tremendous, man. He plays just a wonderful character that, like I said, one, you're kind of pulling for him because it's Adam Sandler, but as he, starts the movie out and becomes Howard Ratner, he plays it perfectly, man. Like, everything about this character is amplified to a tenfold by the delivery of Sandler, and all of it works so well, man. From the fast talking to the misdirection of his talking, right? Like, hey, I'm talking to you about this, but I'm trying to get you to look over here so I can do this over here. He's a schemer, he's a scammer, and he does all those things so well in the movie. And he doesn't give you a ton of redeemable moments. He has a couple moments with his family where you're like, if he just gets a break, and maybe that's the thing that works really well with the character. It's like you get to see some of these moments with his family and some of the things that he's going through, and you're like, man, if this guy just gets this one break right here, and that one break is tied to like several breaks of that one break. But there's a thing, the Uncut Gems aspect of the movie that could be potentially his big break, and if that breaks right, maybe he could turn his life around. Maybe things could get better for him. And as those moments unravel and you watch it happen, you get to the point where it's like you understand, like, even if this works out for him, it doesn't matter, because he'll end up right back here, because he can't not do it. He's always got to be trying to get more and scheming and scamming for bigger and better draws of money. And just watching Sandler do all that, watching him interact with Garnett, trying to sell him stuff, and interacting with anybody, or interacting with people who are threatening to kill him because he owes them money. Just the fast talking, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful performance that, for me, is certainly one of the best of the year. I really, really hope we get to see Sandler nominated for an Oscar for this film. It's got to be tough, because like I've said many, many a time, the male actor category this year is very, very strong in both the supporting and the lead categories. And I would love to see him get in there, because this is, like I said, a movie where he reminds you in a force to be reckoned with, man. Just like a blunt force smack to your face, reminds you how good of an actor Adam Sandler is, and how enjoyable he can be to watch on screen, even if his character is kind of a dick. And that's something that, Sandler thrived with in his comedies. He'd play these characters that had these flaws that kind of made him but he'd have redeeming qualities. And to not have really too many here and still get attached to the way you are to this character and the performance is just so enjoyable to watch. And he, like I said, the writing and directing bring you on this roller coaster of emotions. Sandler's delivery is the cherry on the top, the exclamation point to all that, where you buy in and you go on this ride because of what you're getting with Sandler. And he really is the whole movie. This is one of those where there's a bunch of supporting characters. I mean, Julia Fox, Kevin Garnett, The Weeknd pops in there, Idina Menzel. I mean, just a ton of different people. Lakeith Stanfield is in there a bunch. And everybody that comes up, in the supporting roles does a really good job, but they're all very, very small. And all they're really doing are just enhancing and lifting up Sandler and the material. And creating this world that's very interesting to watch. And all the characters have interesting things. And when you get all that stuff working in a Safdie Brothers movie, you get an experience, man. It's not just a movie, but it's an experience. It was the same with Good Time as here, man. You go on this story that like is a constant kind of spiral downward for the most part, that gives you moments where you're like, and again, unredeemed, not really super redeemable characters, but you attach to them because the performances are good, and the way in which you're brought into these worlds, and the way they paint out their worlds, it feels so real, and it's just done in such a unique way. I love watching these guys do work. I can't wait to see what they do next, and I hope, like I said, this is a movie that will elevate them to potential household names, because these two brothers are very, very talented, and they do a great job working with Adam Sandler here. So I loved me some Uncut Gems. I thought it was really, really good, and there's twists and turns, and where this thing ends up, man, you will be sitting there, jaw on the floor, in just awe of really, really impressive work. So those are all my non-spoiler thoughts on Uncut Gems. Now I want to know what you're thinking, man. You an Adam Sandler fan? Have you been pulling for him to make some kind of a comeback, which made you excited to go see this movie, and then watching him slam dunk it was just something to behold? Was that something that you enjoyed? Was it something you were looking forward to? Did the movie not work for you? I know this isn't working for anybody. I've seen, I think, a slightly more mixed reaction from audience members and not critics. Maybe some people were thinking this was going to be classic Adam Sandler stuff, And it's not. It's totally different. I've never really seen him do anything like this, but it's spectacular work. At least I think so. So if you do think that, I'd like to know that. If you don't, I'd love to know that and why it didn't work for you. But anything working or not working, what you were liking, are you a fan of the Safdie Brothers? Is this your first experience with the Safdie Brothers? Anything you got going on with Uncut Gems goes down below in the comments section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking some movies, come join the Cinema Sit-Down Squad, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you get alerts every time I make a new video. And, you come do those things for me. I'll keep cranking on the content for you. So we dive into this big, massive world of 2020. So many exciting movies to look forward to. I can't wait to do it, and I can't wait to do it with you guys. So until next time, for the C-Man Cinema Sit-Down, I'm the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Well, I'll be. You guys are still here. You must be looking for some more content. Well, don't worry. C-Man's got you covered, man. You got videos like this guy and this guy. And if you haven't yet, and you want to come check out all the C-Man goodies, join the Cinema Sit-Down Squad, man. Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell down below that, too, so you can get alerts every time I make new videos.